Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Welcome to 520th meeting of DET Toastmaster Clubs. I welcome everyone. So this is Toastmaster Mahmadhusen and I am the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. So theme for today's meeting is plot twist, which means what do you do when something unexpected happens in your life? What do you do, Toastmaster Nandessh?
Yeah, but after that, I would ponder upon it. Like, was it a mistake or where should I go?
Yeah, it's a good thing. When something unexpected happens, we definitely get shocked for some time and then we reflect on it and then we try to find the cause why it happened and how it can be avoided in the future. So we cannot avoid unexpected things happening in the future, but we can be a little more careful about the things. We can plan for the things which might go wrong in the future. So this is the theme for today's meeting. So coming to the meeting, there are some ground rules which has to be followed by everyone so that we can run the meeting very smoothly and successfully. So coming to the first rule, make sure that your mobile is on silent mode. I'll give you a few seconds. Can everybody put your mobile on silent mode? Okay, thank you. So when you come on the stage, make sure that you avoid speaking on the topics like sex, religion, and politics, as it might hurt some people around you. And make sure that when the speaker is on the stage, avoid movements so that otherwise it will distract the speaker. It will be like disrespecting the speaker. So these are the some ground rules that you have to follow. And now I would like to call upon our president, Toastmaster Nitish, who is a networking master in our club, who is the president of the club. So help me welcome Toastmaster Nitish with a big round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahmadhusen, for the introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests.
Good evening.
Thank you. I can see some few guests in the meetings. Can you introduce yourself in 3 sentences? What is your name, what you do, and who introduced to the club?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Please. Thank you, sir. Can I have your introduction, please? Thank you, sir. Before we begin the meeting, let's go for the secretary report. For this, we have our acting secretary, Toastmaster Rimjhim, to read the previous minutes of meeting.
Good evening, lovely Toastmasters and dear guests. So I am here as acting secretary, Toastmaster Rimjhim. So the last meeting was 519th, held on 27th February 2025, which began sharp at 6:10 p.m. The sergeant at arms was Toastmaster Sandeep. The president was our Toastmaster Nitish. The theme was Beyond the Comfort Zone. Toastmasters of the day was lovely Toastmaster Khushi. Table topic master was Toastmaster Mahmadhusen. General evaluator was distinguished Toastmaster Preethi. Timer was played by Toastmaster Kanchan. Our counter was played by Toastmaster Rachana. Grammarian was Toastmaster Pranav. And listener was Toastmaster Harsha. The speakers for the previous meeting were, there was only one speaker, Toastmaster Pragati. The evaluator for her speech was Toastmaster Sandeep, as it was his first time evaluation. So evaluator was Toastmaster Aakanksha. The awards, so the best speaker was none other than Toastmaster Pragati. Best evaluator was Toastmaster Aakanksha. Best taggle role player was Toastmaster Rachana as our counter. Best table topic speaker was Toastmaster Rimjhim. Best role player was distinguished Toastmaster Preethi as general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rimjhim. A quick announcement. What we'll do is this microphone. If the speaker is on stage, we'll hand over it to them. If not, we'll just keep it here. It might be any speakers who are coming. Can take the microphone from here. I think so. I say you are clear that every time the microphone. Thank you. Sure. So just see that it is at least pinned to your cloth or anywhere, or you can use it to this extent. Thank you. With this, I open meeting number 520 open. Plot twist. A sudden unexpected change which goes in our life. What do we usually do? React to it, or how do we respond to the situations which we come across? It was a time on March 7th, exactly 1 year before, 2024, where my family with my grandmother, 65-year-old grandmother, we had an unexpected trip to 6 different places: Delhi, Varanasi, Ayodhya, Prayagraj, Amritsar, Ludhiana. Everything was perfect. We thought this trip could be a great as we are taking my grandmother for the first time. But it turned out to be her last trip. Wait for the climax. Actually, the plan was only for Varanasi, Prayagraj, and Ayodhya. But as we returned to Delhi, we planned, let's have a trip to Amritsar and the Wagah border. Let's see the march. As we were returning back to Delhi, it was almost 8 p.m. in the evening. The driver told, I cannot drive longer. Requested him, at least can we cross Punjab border? Dear Toastmasters, some of the things are not in our control. We have to listen what the driver tells. We halted in Ludhiana. We continued our journey for the next day. As we were almost to the Haryana, we were crossing Punjab border. We felt highways not with the cars. We saw with the farmers protecting their luxury cars, tents, having a chai. So it was a mess what we found, and we stuck in a traffic. It was 3 p.m. Our flight was at 5:15. 33 kilometers, still more to reach the airport. What we have to do? We have to reach. Here comes the real decision making, what we have to do. Well, we reached Delhi by around 3:45. Left side was a metro station, Jalanpuri metro station. We could have taken that and we took it, but what we did is we took 20 minutes to decide by go by road or to take a metro. Taking my 65-year-old grandma who was facing a varicose, who has been operated with varicose surgery. It is, Delhi metros are not convenient like how we have in Bangalore. We have too many escalators. We don't have everywhere lifts. This was a problem. We took a metro. My grandmother suffered a lot, changing 2 metros. However, the army people helped us to take my grandmother. But the sad thing was, we landed into the wrong terminal, Terminal 2, as it was our first trip. The time is 4:45 and the flight is going to take off at 5:15. It took another 20 minutes to go to Terminal 3. And that tells, no, the flight to Hubli has already taken off. Dear Toastmasters, what are the 3 lessons what I have learned from here is, One is, sometimes in our life, we be silent when people, we take into that comfort zone, okay, will not respond. I think so I could have convinced the driver, at least I will drive, we could have crossed the border. Point number one. Point number two, more than money, when we have a senior members in our trip, it's very important we don't take risk. Point number three, it's very important to take the quick decisions when you have no more time. Last point is, travel teaches you most of the good experience. So with this, to take this meeting forward, we have someone known as Toastmaster of the Day, the director of the meeting. For this, we have who is a storyteller via art, a guru of calligraphy. So dear Toastmasters and guests, help me in welcoming today's Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Kanchan, as a Toastmaster of the Day.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Toastmaster Kanchan. I am your Toastmaster of the Day for today's meeting. Today's theme is plot twist. There are many plot twists if I just talk about my stories, but I just want to mention one event. That is, I think it was 15 years ago when I had just learned how to drive. I was driving with my cousin and she wanted me to drop on the middle of the road. Since she had parked her vehicle on the side of the road. The moment I dropped her, I started driving again. Suddenly I could hear someone is shouting and honking continuously. I slowly peeped on the, window mirror. I saw there was an auto man, auto driver who is honking continuously and shouting, wanted to say something. Since I was new to the driving, I don't want to stop on the middle of the road. I felt like he may shout, maybe I've done something seriously wrong. Then what I did, I started driving fast, very faster, just because I want to escape from that person. Signaling on the right side, going on the left side. Took every difficult road so that he stops following me. But again, I could see that the moment I drove faster, even he's getting, driving faster, and he was almost, very next to my car. And he's doing like this action and wanted to say something. I just don't want to put my glass down because I know something is, because my mind was racing thinking that I done something seriously wrong. Then what I felt like, I just avoided him. I just took my car, very faster. I just want to reach some safe place so that I get down and talk to him. The moment I entered my area, almost near to my home, I just got down with a lot of confidence. I said, what is this behavior? Why are you honking your vehicle and what are you trying to shout? And what is this behavior? Like, I'm just shouting him so with a lot of confidence because I'm in my area now, right? So the moment I shouted with a very polite voice, he said, Madam Ji, the girl whom you dropped on the middle of the road, actually she left her key in your car itself. And she is shouting you, she has been calling you and you left the car. Just to give you the message, I've been following you for 2 kilometers. The moment I realized that he's trying to help me, it just seriously shocked me. I thanked him with full heart for his kindness. Seriously, this is something like I can say this is very unexpected plot twist happened to me. Might be it is very funny, but I learned, it really helped me to learn about the person. Otherwise, I had a wrong conception about that person. The moment I realized, because of this plot twist, I got to know the actual personality of that person. Such a kind person he was. I feel plot twists are very important to have in your life. It just not make your stories or movies entertaining or more interesting. When you have actual plot twist in your life, you get to experience something unexpected. You get to experience something new, and that's how you learn and grow. Even in the Toastmaster, I come with a lot of expectation, but always I end up doing something else. But again, I take it, I embrace it. I again take it as a challenge. And that's, I think those plot twists are very important to have it in the Toastmaster as well, just to grow and learn. Coming back to the meeting again, let's know about the Toastmaster International. Toastmaster International is non-profitable organization. It is a global organization with 16,000 plus across 146 countries plus 4 lakh members. The founder of the Toastmaster International is Ralph C. Smedley. In the year 1924, he founded it, and in California, at California, USA. The mission of the Toastmaster International is to encourage, empower individuals to improve their communication skill and leadership skill, and to enhance the confidence. And we are so privileged that we have Toastmaster International in our hometown, that is our DET Toastmaster, which is founded by 3 friends, Toastmaster Veernarayan Kulkarni, Sanjay Kulkarni, Manjunath Hiraman. Okay, again coming back to the meeting, that let's know how we run this meeting. We have 3 segments on our meeting, that is prepared speech, table topic session, and the evaluation session. In table topic session, first one is the prepared speech. In prepared speech, the speaker comes with a lot of preparation and delivers the speech based on their pathways and projects. And the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. Coming to the next segment, that is table topic session. Here the speaker, here the table topic master is the person who runs the show. And this is a very fun-filled session. It's not only the members, even the guests are allowed to participate in the session. And the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. Now we have the last segment, that is the evaluation. Here in this evaluation, not only the speaker, the entire meeting has been evaluated from the starting till the end and given a constructive feedback for the betterment. These are the segments what we follow in the meeting. Now, I want to call a G. G is a person who oversees the evaluation. Not only that, he just mentor entire meeting, whatever happens. And at the end of the meeting, they come with, that person come with the reports and evaluation. For this role, okay. For this role, we have someone, the Toastmaster. I think I found her, I always seen her very as a very accountability. She is a person, she believes that having a practical knowledge is more than the book studies, and she feels that this is how you improve or learn something new. She wants that plot twist in her life. So help me in welcoming RG for today's meeting, Toastmaster Aakanksha.
Hello, Toastmasters and guests. So we just have a new guest here. Would you like to introduce yourself? Like, what's your name? How did you get to know about Toastmasters? Who introduced you?
So I want to know. They have done stuff.
Okay. Knowledge about. Okay, great. Welcome to the club. Plot twists. There are a lot of plot twists that happen in our lives, and I would like to share a few of mine. It was 10th standard. I know how 10th standard is. Preparation, projects, and the teachers hype you so much. They tell, even in the exam hall, even if your pen falls down, you shouldn't bend over to pick it up. The teacher will come and give it to you. The evaluation will be strict. You know what the plot twist was? I sat in the exam hall. I opened my question paper. It was damn easy. It was, I had studied so much. I had studied even those little boxes in where they give informations. I'd even studied that. But all the questions were from the exercise that you'll find behind the chapter. The second plot twist that happened in the exams, the teacher would not give you the pen when you dropped it. He would give you the cheat sheet. I know, it is so, I never expected this. Teacher came to me with a cheat sheet in his hand. It was a maths question. I had solved all the questions in maths. It was damn easy. I got a 99 in maths. But he came to me with that. He was like, "Do you want this?" Like, "No, sir. I've completed everything." And when I checked the cheat sheet, all the answers were wrong. So anyone who had copied from it had failed. So this was one of the plot twists. You know what? Another plot twist. It just happened. I was walking down the BVB halls. I was just coming here. I got a call. I saw it was Toastmaster Pranav. Okay, probably he's called me to ask me where I am. Probably he said, "Oh my God, why are you late, Aakanksha? Come here fast." I picked up the call. I said, "Aakanksha, I'm really sorry, but can you appoint someone else as the GE? I won't be able to make it today. I have some work at the shop." Tushar had called me crazy because of my reactions when someone cancelled. So I took a deep breath. I was like, "Okay, Pranav, totally fine. I totally understand what you're going through. Let me arrange something." This was one of the biggest plot twists that happened today. And usually plot twists don't happen in my life. But yeah, with this, hello everyone, I'm Aakanksha. I'm the GE for today, the very unexpected impromptu general evaluator. So what does a general evaluator do in a meeting? Basically, what I do is I evaluate the whole meeting from the start till the end. To do this, obviously, it is not at all easy. So for that, I have a team called Taggle. I have a team called Tagger team. The timer, our counter, the grammarian, and the listener. Starting off, let's call up our timer for today. This guy, when I asked him today what is interesting about you, he said, "I'm not interesting." So I'll tell something interesting about him. I have never seen him speak outside Toastmasters. I thought, wow, what a, he's such a silent guy. He doesn't speak or he doesn't do any conversations. And when he gave his speech on his icebreaker speech, I was like, wow, he can actually speak so well. We never knew this hidden part of him. So let me help me in welcoming our timer for today, Toastmaster Raghav.
Once there was a speech competition between two people. The first person, the first speaker, his speech was not so good. And the second person, his speech was mind-blowing. But you know the plot twist? The first speaker won and the second speaker didn't. Why? Any answers? Exactly. Time. Hello, dear Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm Toastmaster Raghav as a timer for today's meeting. As a timer, my role is to make the speaker aware of the duration of the speeches. For this, we have time for every segment. First, the prepared speeches. For prepared speeches, we have time limit of 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll flash the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll flash the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I'll flash the red card. And for icebreaker, we have time duration of 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I'll flash the green card. At 5 minutes, I'll flash the yellow card, and at 6 minutes, I'll flash the red card. Extra 30 seconds would be given for the speaker to wrap up their speech. Coming to table topic speeches, the time duration of table topic is 1 minute to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll flash the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll flash the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I'll flash the red card. Again, a 30-second extra time will be given for the speaker to wrap up their speech. And for evaluation session, the time duration is 2 minutes to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll flash the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll flash the yellow card, and at 3 minutes, I'll flash the red card. Again, 30 minutes extra duration is given for the speaker to wrap up their speech. I'll come back with my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Back.
Now for the Aakanksha. He's a celebrity among us. When we first saw him, we never knew that he would be so famous among the 12 students. So he's a YouTuber with over 39,000 followers. He teaches English to 12th grade students and also coaches them, like he motivates them and makes videos on that. So help me in welcoming Toastmaster Mahmadhusen as the Aakanksha for today.
Good evening, Toastmasters. This is Toastmaster Mahmadhusen, and I am the Aakanksha for today's meeting. So as the Aakanksha, my responsibility is to listen to all the speakers, including table topics and evaluators, and take note of the filler words like I know, but, so, and there's some filler sounds like and ah. So I'll take note of them, and towards the end of the meeting, I'll let you know who used how many R's and Ms and filler words. So that would help you reduce your filler words and become a better speaker. And I would encourage everyone to minimize. It's hard to remove them completely, as all of us are here to learn, so you can minimize them. So rather than using R's and M's, you can take a pause. And most people think that when we take a pause, we have forgotten something. So your pause is far better than R's and M's. So please pause whenever necessary, organize your thoughts, come up with your own ideas, and then speak and impact the audience. So this is all. So I will be back with my report when I'm called by the general evaluator. Back to general evaluator.
Now for the Grammarian. The first ever meeting, he was a guest. He was called upon for table topics. And you know what he said? What he was passionate about, what his passion was about? Frogs. Interesting, right? I've never heard anyone who has passion about frogs. He knew so much about frogs. He was so passionate about talking about frogs. I was so fascinated. Even though frogs, I don't like reptiles. He told us to look up a species of frog. Even though I don't like seeing reptiles or the slimy skin, I still looked up because it was so fascinating seeing him talk about frogs. So with that, let's call up our general the grammarian. Our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Tushar. Sure. Let's see.
Hello everyone, I am Toastmaster Tushar, and as you guys know, plot twists are usually surprising, like how me getting exposed today was surprising, or me getting thrown with the grammarian role getting thrown at me was surprising. But you know, usually what's not surprising? A grammatically challenged person getting rejected. So if someone is grammatically challenged, they will make grammatical mistakes or use the wrong sentences. And to help you recover from your grammatical disability, I'm here. I'm here. I'll throughout the meeting, I will point out the wrong usages of the words and some of your grammatical mistakes. And to expand your vocabulary, I have the word of the day today, which is polderize, which means
to change the objectable part or to remove the objectable part. For example, he changed the script, he bolderized the script to make it favorable for him. And at the end of the meeting, I'll be back with my report when called upon. And okay, so when someone uses the word of the day, we appreciate them by snapping our fingers. Okay, thank you everyone. I'll be back.
Now for the listener, the last team on the the last person on the title team. An innocent looking face, but has so much hidden behind it. We don't know a lot of things about this guy. But whenever the topic spirituality comes up, he won't stop talking. I've had so many deep conversations with him about spirituality, and he has opened my eyes in some other way that I've never thought about. So let's welcome our listener for today, Toastmaster Sangmesh.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. What is the difference between hearing and listening? I will tell you. Hearing is involuntary and listening is voluntary. So I would like to encourage you to voluntarily listen to all the speeches in this meeting so that later you can answer my questions and get something special. So I will be back with my questions whenever the general evaluator calls me. Back to the general evaluator.
Yes, so now I will also be back with my title team at the end of the meeting when the Toastmaster of the day calls me back on the stage. Over to you, Toastmaster.
So all the best for all the role takers. So are you guys ready for the first segment of the meeting, that is prepared speech?
Yes.
Yes? I can't see an excitement.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. We have the first speaker. She's going to deliver her icebreaker speech. She's someone very new to this club, but trust me, I don't feel like she's new. She's so familiar. She's already performing so good on the stage. And she is studying in a final year of industrial design. She's interested in painting, dancing, cooking. I think the list will goes on. She's super talented. So before I call Toastmaster Rachana on the stage, I want her evaluator to speak out read out the objectives. Toastmaster Pragati. Okay, thank you, Pragati. Now help me in welcoming Toastmaster Rachana for her icebreaker speech. Pragati, can you please tell the title of speech? Life is full of adventures. Welcome, Toastmaster Rachana.
Life is full of adventures. Some planned, some completely unexpected, and some where you have no idea what you're doing, but decide to go for it anyways. Like the time when I signed up for a marathon thinking, how hard can running be? Spoiler alert, very hard. But that's what makes life exciting, right? The unexpected turns, the lessons we learn, and the stories we collect along the way. And today, I'm here to share a few of mine. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
I am Rachana, and my name literally means being creative. So looking back, my parents probably saw it coming the moment I was born. As a child, I was bursting into creativity. I would make crafts out of old stuff, turning waste into little masterpieces, and doodling over my textbooks. My teachers saw my textbooks as a mess, but I saw them as my personal art galleries. But creativity wasn't my only trait. I was also a bit notorious, like every other kid. I kept my parents on their toes, and one such incident that still haunts them to this day. One day, my mom was late to pick me up from school. Instead of waiting like a normal kid would, I had a brilliant idea. Why not just walk home? Never mind that my house was miles away. So off I went, confidently marching down the road, feeling like a mini explorer. But halfway through, I saw my mom's car zoom past me, heading straight to school. And that's when I realized I was going to be in big trouble. Now, what do you think I did? Does anybody want to guess? So I have a few options to make it easier. Did I just keep walking home and pretend like nothing happened? Or did I sprint back to school as if my life depended on it? Or did I just hide behind some tree and hope that no one would notice? Is it? No. Well, that is exactly what I did not do. There's a plot twist here which I will reveal at the end just to keep up the suspense. Well, despite my mischief, I was always loved, encouraged, and supported. My family and friends played a huge role in shaping who I am today. Of course, life came with its fair shares of ups and downs. There were moments of doubts, failures, and challenges. But every experience, whether good or bad, was a lesson that brought me here today. And now, here I am, a product designer, which basically means I spend hours making things look effortless. Kind of like pretending to be an adult, I guess. My job basically involves solving problems that people didn't know existed in first place and then making them wonder, wow, that's so cool. How did you do that? But like every other person, I once wanted to be an engineer. No offense to the engineers here, but design is what truly excites me. In school, I was that kid who used to doodle over textbooks instead of solving my math problems. Now, ironically, I designed products that engineers have to figure out. So revenge is sweet. So what I love about design the most is that it's a perfect blend of technicality and creativity. It's about making something functional while also making it look beautiful. And overcoming challenges is also a huge part of design. And that's something running marathons has also taught me, because the journey is hard. You question why you even started. But at the end, once you cross that finish line, everything is worth it. Outside work, you'll find me painting, dancing, playing sports, and solving Rubik's Cube. Because somehow, twisting a colorful block of frustration helps me relax. And these hobbies and sports have shaped me just as much as my studies and career. They've taught me discipline, patience, and even to strategize in life. At my core, I'm someone who loves learning, whether it's a new skill, a new challenge, or just a fun fact that I'll never even use in real life. I enjoy growing in every possible way. And that's exactly why I'm here at Toastmasters, to learn, to grow, and to yet take on another challenge so that it helps me step outside my comfort zone. And hopefully to one day give a speech without having the urge to run away like I did that day after school. Now, the final plot twist reveal. So what did I do that day? So my overconfident mini brain came up with a fourth option, something which was even more unexpected. Instead of going home or going back to school, because of panic, I started running in a complete different direction. And somehow, I ran into my mom's car again in the next turn. And this time, she saw me. She rolled down the window, she looked at me and said, "What are you doing here?" She was mad, of course. But at that moment, I realized that every wrong turn teaches us something valuable. Although my little adventure wasn't really appreciated at home that night, but it made me learn one thing, that no matter how fast you run, moms will always find you. Thank you.
wonderful, Rachana. It was full of adventures and a lot of plot twists. Instead, I was feeling like you are giving an icebreaker on the plot twist. Like, it was really great. Next, we have a speaker. He is someone who is a knowledge seeker. He is a personal center of DET Toastmaster. Hope you have guessed who is now. He's a very kind and open-hearted person. So help me in welcoming Toastmaster Nandessh. Before that, I want his evaluator to read out the objectives. The title of the speech is Robin Hood of Karnataka. All the best.
Let me just. Yeah, thank you. Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, close your eyes for a moment and picture this. A young man in his 20s, standing tall and fearless, defying the mighty British Empire. A warrior, a rebel, a hero. Today's story is about one such personality known as Sindhura Lakshmana, the Robin Hood of Karnataka. Lakshmana was born in the year 1898 in a small village called Sindhura, which is located in the present-day Karnataka-Maharashtra border. He belonged to the Valmiki Nayaka community, a group of people who were burdened by heavy taxes, forced into labor, and punished mercilessly by the British. Lakshmana saw his people suffer. He could have stayed silent, but no. He chose to fight. Inspired by the Mahatma Gandhi-led non-cooperation movement, Lakshmana knew that he had to act. And hence, he gathered a group of brave men and set out on a daring mission of looting the British tax collections. But here's what made him a true hero. He never kept a single rupee for himself, but every single coin of the loot was given back to the poor farmers and the people who needed it the most. And hence, people started lovingly calling him as the Robin Hood of Karnataka. However, the British always saw him as a criminal and a troublemaker, and hence started hunting him down. But Lakshmana, he was always one step ahead of them and always escaped the British, hiding in forests, altering his appearance by changing various disguises and inspiring more and more people to join him. But even the bravest of warriors are never spared of the betrayal. In the year 1922, a British informant invited Lakshmana to his home for a meal. It seemed like a kind gesture, a moment of peace, but it was a trap. As soon as Lakshmana sat down to eat, the British officers stormed into the room and the gunshots rang out. And Lakshmana collapsed bleeding. He was just 24 years old, but even though he was so young, he sacrificed himself for the sake of motherland, and his last word was Swaraj, freedom. And the leaders like Lakshmana never truly die. His courage inspired many others to rise up against the British rule and fight for freedom. His stories were written in books and sang in the form of folk songs, and even recently even a movie has been made based on his story called the Veera Sindur Lakshmana. Lakshmana's story is not just a history, but it's a lesson, and it also throws many questions upon young people like me and you. One, do we stand up against the injustice? Two, do we stand for the sake of truth even when it's difficult? And three, do we honor the sacrifices that were made in the past by building a better nation? So today, dear friends, as we remember Sindhura Lakshmana, let's honor his sacrifice by becoming better citizens and building a better Bharat, a better India. Bolo Bharat Mata ki! Bolo Bharat Mata ki! Vande! Vande! Back to the Toastmaster.
Wow, it was just so fabulous. Like, I'm feeling so patriotic from inside, and it just gave me a lot of courage. When we are on the stage, we feel we are actually battling, like we are on the battlefield. They are the actual heroes who actually battled in their life. This is so inspiring. And the way you narrated, it was actually, I was visualizing everything. Wonderful job. So we had a wonderful, segment. Moving ahead to the next segment, that is table topic session. Now we have the table topic master. He is someone, a very experienced member, and I feel like he is a therapist. Like the moment when he talks, I'm feeling like I'm talking to my therapist, or it's so soothing when he talks, right? And he has an ocean of knowledge. So help me in welcoming. I'm so honored to introduce him and call him on the stage. Help me in welcoming Toastmaster Afaq.
Toastmaster of the day. That introduction was kind, and I'm very elated to hear from you. Yeah, good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Pratham, I don't call you a guest because you know what Toastmaster is all about, and you have been a champion of speechcraft. Right. We all know table topic is a session where a speaker is invited by the table topic master to speak for a minute, that is minimum, and a maximum is 2 minutes. At 1 minute, the timer will display a green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, the timer will display a yellow card. And at 2 minutes, the timer will display a red card, where the speaker needs to wind up the speech. He or she can take a grace of 30 seconds, but no warning will be given thereafter. Now, I want to conduct this table topic session in slight different manner. I will offer a topic for the speaker who comes over here on the stage, and in the topic, I will offer him a choice, him or her a choice. Example, if the topic is, do you like sun more or the moon more? Both are very important. Do you agree? You can speak on importance of both in your life or in connection with you, but at the end you have to take a stand. So how you do that is left to you. There is nothing good and bad about what you are going to speak on the stage. It's just your take, and no judgments or decision would be made about that. Right? Got it? Clear, everyone? So just remember, you have to take a stand out of whatever you speak about the topic. So all have taken roles here. Yeah, let me invite Toastmaster Varun from SDMCET. Toastmaster Varun, ready? Fine. Toastmaster Varun, the topic for you. Will you prefer to be angel of hell or a devil of heaven? Will you prefer to be angel of hell or devil at heaven? Toastmaster Varun.
So, like I said in my introduction, I'm a third year college student at SDMCT. But naturally, studying is not the only thing that I do. I'm also a part of a dramatics group called Pratibim back in my college. So, I've been doing this thing called skit for the past 3 years in my college. And all of the roles that my seniors have given me to date, all of them have been negative roles. Now, I don't know why, but somehow I enjoy myself. It's like I just remove my specs and I start beating people. Not literally, of course, but like it's nothing that I can escape. I cannot escape the fact that I enjoy that, and the seniors know that. It's not that I did not try for a positive role. I did, but the crying part, the being emotional part, I don't think it's for me. So I guess I'd like to say that I like to be the devil of heaven, since that makes me be the bad guy. And if all of you guys have been following Bollywood lately, you all might have seen that all of the bad guys have suddenly been getting all of the recognition these days. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Fine. Next. So Rimjhim, are you evaluating? Fine. I want you to come. She was the winner last week, right? So let me. You were the winner in the last week. Right? So let me put this. If you are given a chance to live a life of a princess, or with the worst face, what would you choose? If you are given a chance to live a life of a princess, the worst face, would you agree?
Yes, I think because this is not a question, but this is the reality of my life, because I am the princess. And like, obviously, yeah, thanks Tushar for agreeing. And I think right now I have a lot of, okay, so recently I put this DP on my WhatsApp that, God, please, for the last time, give me something what I want. Well, I won't consider it as a bad or worse phase, but yeah, it has like always been a sort of, or you can say the amalgamation of lot of worse phases, but I'm trying to be more positive about it. But from the very beginning, I've thought that, okay, I'll become a doctor. But the plot twist is I ended up became a therapist. Well, I'm not cribbing about it. Well, again, I thought that, okay, I'll go to US and be an animator. But that again, like, I think collapsed into an art page. Well, I always underestimated whatever I have, despite of being a princess, because I was able to execute everything on my level, but I've always thought like I could achieve it on humongous level. But now I want to change the perspective of the story, that if I am the princess, then why not make this kingdom a happy paradise? Why to make it just a kingdom of all the sufferings? I mean, that is life. And thank you.
Yeah, in sometime I observed a plot twist that was Toastmasters meeting. The speaker asked us to close and never tells us to open the eyes. So I don't understand where I need to go. For a moment, I feel I'm taking samadhi. Right. So now, yes, a very challengeable take. How I got it, I will tell you later. The same topic to you because all the contestants were women there. So this topic is very apt to women. DTM Preethi, the topic. So would you prefer to have a life of a most beautiful woman or a most noble woman? Would you prefer to have a life of a most beautiful woman or the most noble woman? Thank you.
If I ask all of you a question, who is beautiful? Priyanka Chopra or Mother Teresa? If I ask you, who is beautiful? Kittur Rani Chennamma or Deepika Padukone? This answers it all. Someone who's noble will always be beautiful.